In today's video, find out exactly how long you could survive by eating only one type of food. Let's get started. 1. Rice. It'll give you plenty of carbohydrates, which are your main source of energy. But the lack of vitamins, minerals, and protein will lead to severe malnutrition. So, on white rice alone, you could survive for about 2 to 3 months. 2. White bread. Just like rice, this is a good source of energy, but without essential nutrients, your body will grow weaker and weaker. So, on only white bread, you could survive for 2 to 3 months. 3. Watermelon. It contains a lot of water and a little sugar, which will give you a quick burst of energy. But the absence of protein and fat will cause your body to start breaking down rapidly. So, you could only survive on watermelon for 2 to 3 weeks. 4. Apples. These have carbohydrates and vitamin C, which will give you energy and protect you from scurvy. But with no protein or fat, your muscles will start to waste away. So, you could survive on just apples for about 1 month. 5. Carrots. They're packed with vitamin A and carbs. This will keep your eyes and skin healthy, but it can't make up for the lack of protein and fat. So, on carrots alone, you could last for 1 to 2 months. 6. Cucumbers. These are about 95% water. They'll help you stay hydrated, but the lack of calories will make you lose energy very quickly. So, you could only survive on cucumbers for 5 to 7 days. 7. Lettuce. Much like cucumbers, lettuce has almost no calories. You'll suffer from a severe lack of energy, and your body's functions will decline rapidly. So, on lettuce alone, you could survive for 7 to 10 days. 8. Bananas. These are loaded with potassium and carbohydrates. They'll provide you with energy, but the lack of protein and fat is a major issue here as well. So, you could survive on just bananas for 3 to 4 months. 9. Chicken. This is an excellent source of protein, which will protect your muscles. But without carbs and fiber, your body will struggle to create energy. So, on just chicken, you could survive for 3 to 4 months. 10. Lentils. These have both protein and fiber, making them a pretty good option. However, they lack complete proteins, essential fats, and certain vitamins. So, you could survive on only lentils for about 4 to 6 months. 11. Peanuts. They contain protein, fat, and a lot of calories. This can keep you energized for a long time. But a lack of vitamin C will lead to serious illness. So, on peanuts alone, you could survive for 5 to 7 months. 12. Dark chocolate. It has fat and plenty of antioxidants, which will provide energy. But with no protein and other vitamins, it's not a long-term solution. So, you could only survive on dark chocolate for 2 to 3 months. 13. Avocados. These contain healthy fats, fiber, and potassium. They are a great source of calories, but they are low in protein and carbohydrates. So, on avocados alone, you could survive for 5 to 8 months. 14. Coconuts. They're packed with fat and calories. It's an excellent survival food in tropical regions, but it lacks protein and many vitamins. So, you could survive on only coconuts for 6 to 9 months. 15. Sweet potatoes. These are loaded with carbs, fiber, and vitamin A. They are a slightly better option than regular potatoes. So, on sweet potatoes alone, you could survive for 8 to 10 months. 16. Salmon. It contains high-quality protein and omega-3 fatty acids, which can keep your brain and body functioning for a long time. But it lacks carbohydrates and vitamin C. So, on just salmon, you could survive for 8 to 10 months. 17. Milk. It's often called nature's perfect food. It contains protein, fat, carbohydrates, and calcium. However, it's lacking in iron and vitamin C. So, on milk alone, you could survive for 10 to 12 months. 18. Eggs. These are packed with protein, fat, and many essential vitamins and minerals. However, they have absolutely no vitamin C or fiber. So you could survive on just eggs for 10 to 12 months. 19. Beans. They contain protein, carbs, fiber, iron, and many other nutrients. They are an amazing plant-based option. So on beans alone, you could survive for about a year. 20. Potatoes. Surprised? Yes, potatoes contain almost all essential amino acids, sufficient carbohydrates, and vitamin C. Their only weakness is a lack of fat and some vitamins. So on potatoes alone, it's possible to survive over a year.